This meeting is hereby called to order. Registrar, please can you read the notice of annual general meeting?
Notice of the annual general meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 64th annual general meeting of the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered will take place as follows. Venue, Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry Conference Center, Kilometer 8, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Road, Airport Road, Abuja. Date Tuesday, 9th of September 2025. Agenda 1. To receive the President's statements and report of council for the year ended 31st December 2024. 2. To receive the audited accounts for the year ended 31st December 2024. 3. To reappoint the auditors and authorize the council to fix their remuneration. 4. To transact any other business. This notice was published in 2 national dailies in compliance with the 21 days notice that is expected to be given. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. The next agenda item is the President's statement. May I remark that the statement of the President the full statement is contained on page 16 of the AGM program. I will only give an abridged version of it. The Deputy President, National Treasurer, our ever hardworking Registrar, Chief Executive, respected and revered past presidents, members of council, distinguished fellows, and esteemed members of our great institute. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 64th Annual General Meeting of our great institute. This meeting affords me the opportunity to present to you the audited financial statement for your consideration and approval, as well as our stewardship report for year 2024. I am happy to report that we recorded a lot of achievements in view of the objectives and targets we set for ourselves and the prevailing situations in the country during the period under review. Since the annual reports are given retrospectively, I'm going to report the issues that took place from January to December 2024, and perhaps give a preview into what 2025 looks like. Beginning with a review of 2024 operating environment. Nigeria's economy showed resilience in 2024 with steady growth rates despite macroeconomic challenges. The economy grew at the rate of 3.46% in 2024, surpassing the 2.74% growth in 2023. Inflation rates soared to 34.8% as at December 2024, one of the highest in nearly 3 decades. This surge was attributed to currency devaluation and other economic factors. So the challenges are that despite the growth, Nigeria's economy faced structural imbalances, which includes the economy's heavy dependence on oil exports, which made it vulnerable to global price fluctuations. Removal of oil subsidy, rising costs, and currency devaluation also affected the overall economy. All of these affected many members, and consequently, their inability to meet their financial obligations to the Institute. Trade tensions and policy uncertainties also affected the global economy with potential implications for growth, inflation, and the financial markets. The operating results, therefore, despite the challenges, total income increased by 45.3%, which is a change from 689.6 million in 2023 to 1 billion in 2024. The first time in the history of the Institute. Clap now, if you have to clap. While the total expenditure, on the other hand, increased to 837.6 million as against 618 million in 2023. The Institute recorded a net surplus of 331.4 million as against the corresponding figure of 142.2 million. The previous year, this increase was as a result of several factors. Firstly, was the aggressive marketing strategy adopted by management, increase in training programs, patronage, foreign exchange gain from 70.6 million in 2023 to 166.9 million in 2024, and an increase of about 57.7% from the value of each dollar denominated asset. The full details of our performances for 2024 is contained in the AGM brochure, and I'm sure the Treasurer's report will reflect most of it. Let me provide you, therefore, a glimpse into year 2025. On the day of my investiture as the 25th President and Chairman of Council, my administration introduced and launched the membership app. The app, which is a game changer in the Institute's strive to manage its membership services better, marks a significant step forward in how the Institute engages and interacts with members. The membership app is available in Google Play Store, from where it can be downloaded. I encourage all members to download on all their phones and use it for all their membership engagement with the Institute. And as the registrar mentioned, this 2.0 version is coming on stream later today. In a bid to continuously engage members and bring them up to speed with the latest developments in the management profession and the Institute, we have also introduced two initiatives that speak to issues in management nuggets and NIM Pinnacle. They are published on the Institute's social media handles on Mondays and Fridays, respectively. You are encouraged to send to your feedback on the publications, as well as make your contributions for publications under the different initiatives. So far in the year 2025, we have successfully executed the regular programs of the Institute, including the Corporate Members Forum, the Distinguished Management Lecture, Women in Management and Leadership, and also conference which we held in Uyo, and most recently, we awarded the Fellows Awards and Spouses Day luncheon was held. In our effort to ensure that the Institute has an enduring advocacy going forward, the Council approved the establishment of a Department of Research Advocacy and Corporate Communication to coordinate the research, advocacy, and corporate communication of the Institute. Undoubtedly, this initiative is already yielding positive results, and we wish to sustain the momentum. Apart from its activities in the area of corporate communication, which has made the Institute more visible to the media, and in the media, the department coordinated the maiden chess competition, named Invitational Schools Chess Tournament, organized for primary and secondary schools in Lagos State. The chess competition, which attracted about 20 schools and held in collaboration with Dynamic Chessville, attracted some headline sponsors like the Nigerian Army School of Finance and Administration, NASFA, and the Nigerian Army College of Logistics and Management, NACOM. The various schedules and scheduled training programs of the Institute have continued to hold with encouraging attendance. The intensive training for membership admission ITMA, a highly subscribed 3 days online membership certification program, has been holding quarterly since the beginning of the year. As part of our efforts to deepen the Institute's capacity building and financial base, as well as build collaborative bridges across organizations, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, Unicorn Group, of which a speaker on AI today is a CEO, and Administrative Staff College of Nigeria. Again, in the course of the year, we made some strategic courtesy visits which have yielded training deals that have impacted the financial base of the Institute. Many of such visits are still in the offing, with the attendant financial gain that will affect the Institute's bottom line positively. Under the Student Scheme Program, an MOU was signed with Caleb University, Magodo, Lagos, and Federal University, Ile Oluji, Ondo State. On Friday, July 25th, the Institute held the first extraordinary general meeting, EGM. The meeting passed a resolution that synchronized the tenures of council members and principal officers of the Institute to end on the same date for efficient governance. This means that council elections, which would have held this September, have been postponed for 1 year. That is to 2026. This also means that the tenure of the current council members elected at the last council election has been deferred to end with the elections in 2026. The outcome of the EGM is the reason we are not holding council elections at this AGM. The death of Chief Dr. Mercy Folusho Kolajo. I wish to formally report about the death of Chief Dr. Mrs. Mercy Folusho Kolajo, FNIM, who until passing away in May this year was a serving council member of the Institute. Chief Kolajo served in the Institute meritoriously in different capacities over the years, culminating in her serving on the council. She was laid to rest on June 26, and the Institute was well represented at her funeral arrangements and eventual burial. We pray the good Lord to continue to rest her soul and comfort her immediate family, the NIM family, and other loved ones that she left behind. So on a note of appreciation, my profound gratitude goes to my colleagues in council for their undivided support. They gave a generous portion of their time, thinking, talent, treasures to the service of the Institute. I am especially grateful to the Deputy President, Dr. Umar Mustafa, FNIM, who is sitting to my left, and the National Treasurer, who is sitting further left of the Deputy President, Mrs. Clara Ijoma Okere, FNIM, for their immeasurable contributions to the success that we have recorded so far. Many thanks to the body of past presidents which have continued to serve as the conscience and moral compass of the Institute for extending valuable piece of advice to us always. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our respected and revered statesmen. I thought we would give them a round of applause. I appreciate the members of the various committees of council for their selflessness, which they showed for leaving their different personal businesses and endeavors to attend to meetings to chart the way forward for the Institute. I owe the management and staff of the Institute a debt of gratitude for their commitment and dedication to duty. The council will not have accomplished much in the outgoing year without their undivided loyalty. Finally, I thank the members of the Institute for making our different programs successful through regular attendance. To those who have been paying their annual subscriptions and as at when due, thank you for remaining steadfast by helping to keep the Institute's wheel of progress turning. And to those who have been defaulting in payment, I urge you to please reconsider your stand and join hands to make the Institute great and greater. Since the Institute does not receive any form of grant or subvention from the federal government or any donor agency, home and abroad, paying your annual subscriptions will help to keep the Institute going. Help us in building the NIM of our dreams by meeting your obligations to the Institutes regularly. Once again, I thank you for your support. God bless the Nigerian Institute of Management, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And now the next item on the agenda is the presentation of the audited report. But before the external auditor will do this, I would like to invite the National Treasurer, Deaconess Mrs. Clara Ijoma Okere, FNIM, to present the Treasurer's report. And that you find on page 25, page 25. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 64th Annual General Meeting. Today, I will be reporting on our financial progression, highlighting key achievements for the year ended December 31st, 2024. The President and Chairman of the Council, Commodore Abimbola Ayuba, retired, FNIM. The Deputy President, Dr. Omar Musa Mustafa. The Registrar and Chief Executive, Dr. Mrs. Taiwo Olisesi. Our eminent past presidents here present, fellows of the Institute, distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen. Before us this afternoon is the Treasurer's report. I am pleased to welcome you all to the 64th Annual General Meeting of the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered, and to present the financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2024. The financial statement was audited by Inspired Professional Services, Chartered Accountants. A firm of the external auditors was considered. Both audit committee and approved by the governing council of our dear institute. Please see below the highlights of the financial statement. Under the operating results on page 26, the year 2024 financial performance delivered a net surplus of 331.4 million compared to a surplus of 142.2 million in 2023. The Institute recorded remarkable growth in all fronts as indicated in the financial highlights. The surplus was as a result of improved contributions from self-financing projects, subscription from members and students, investment income, rental income, and forex gain. Total income grew from 689.6 million in 2023 to 1 billion naira in 2024, resulting in an increase of 312.4 million, that is 45.3% growth rate. Some of activities that contributed to this excellent performance were members and students paid their membership subscription during the year, which led to an increase from 189.2 million in 2023 to 241.5 million in 2024. Other self-financing projects such as membership induction, NYSC induction, annual management conference, the MACPEP, and special programs recorded a growth of 41%, representing a net income of 138.7 million. Foreign exchange gain increased from 70.6 million in 2023 to 166.9 million in 2024. Total expenditure grew by 35.5%. This was attributed mainly to increase in personnel cost expenses and administrative expenses, as we all see through the inflationary gain in the country. During the year, the Institute total assets increased from 3.1 billion in 2023 to 3.7 billion in 2024, with a percentage change of 18.5%. This indicates significant investment in operational capacity. Total liabilities increased by 41.3% as a result of the income received in advance at the end of the year. Total funds and reserves increased from 2.9 billion in 2023 to 3.4 billion in 2024, resulting in a growth rate of 17.5%. In conclusion, this report will be incomplete without expressing my deep appreciation of the huge contribution and support enjoyed from all members of the Finance and Investment Committee, led by our indefatigable chairman, Dr. Omar Musa Mustafa, FNIM, the Deputy President. More importantly, I wish to extend my gratitude to our eminent past presidents for their guidance and unrelenting support to the Institute. I thank my colleagues in the Governing Council for their unwavering support for the success of the administration. The management and entire staff of the Institute, headed by the Registrar, Dr. Mrs. Taiwo Ganiyat Olusesi, MNIM. Thank you. My immense appreciation goes to our amiable President and Chairman of Council, Commodore Abimbola Ayuba, retired, FNIM, for his attitude handling of the Institute affairs. Finally, it is worthy to return all glory to God Almighty, who has sustained all of us, who is still keeping the Nigerian Institute of Management together. The success recorded in the year under review. Once again, my gratitude goes to all professional managers here seated for the past 2 days who have been here together, putting and knitting things together for more progress and more success of our institute, for your keen interest in the well-being and progress of our great institute. Thank you all for the opportunity given to me to serve our esteemed institute as the National Treasurer. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the Treasurer's report, well rendered by the National Treasurer, Deaconess Mrs. Clara Ijoma Okere, FNIM. Just before we get the external auditor to deliver the auditor's report, may I call on the Chairman Audit Committee, in person of Prince Dr. Raymond Iheanacho, to FNIM to present the report of the Audit Committee.
Thank you. Thank you, dear President and Chairman of Council, Commodore Abimbola Ayuba, for this honor given to me. Our revered past presidents, in fact, our indefatigable presidents, whose desire has always been to see the continuous growth of this esteemed institute. Our council members, fellows, the registrar and her team, I have the honor of presenting to you this hour the report of the Audit Committee headed by my humble self. I want to report that in compliance with the provisions of Section 404, subsection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of the Client Companies Allied Matters Act 2020, the provisions of the Institute bylaws on standing committees of council, the members of Audit Committee of Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered received the audited financial statements of the Institute for the year ended 31 December 2024, together with the management control report from the external auditors. Management responses thereto. At a duly convened meeting of the committee, hereby I have a report as follows: that the committee reviewed the scope and planning of the audit requirements with the external auditors. And we confirm here that the financial statements, the external auditors management letter for the year ended 31st December 2024, together with management responses in conjunction with the external auditors, were reviewed. It was also accepted that the accounting and reporting policies of the Institute for the year ended 31st December 2024 are in accordance with legal requirements and acceptance ethical practices. Members did confirm that the internal control system established and adopted by the Institute was consistently and effectively monitored through an effective internal audit. The external auditors confirmed that they received full cooperation from the Institute's management in accordance with the statutory audit. And we have to really commend the management, the registrar and the management staff. In our own opinion, the scope of the planning of the audit for the year ended 31st December 2024 were adequate, and management responses to the auditors' findings were satisfactory. The committee therefore recommended that audited financial statement for the year ended at 1st December 2024 and the external auditor's report thereon be presented for adoption at the annual general meeting of the Institute, which we are holding today, dated 11th August 2025. Other members of the committee include Mr. Makala Lawal, FNIM FCA, Mr. Abdusalam Mohammed, FNIM, Mr. Babatunde Peluwara, FNIM, Alhaji Ado Rabo, FNIM, Mr. Adebayo Adeyanji, MNIM, FCA. I have to thank the President and Chairman of Council for reposing this confidence in me and my members of my committee to do this job for the Institute. Like one of our past presidents will always say, this house must not fall. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prince Dr. Raymond Iheanacho, FNIM, for presenting the Audit Committee report to this noble gathering. May I now call on the external auditor to kindly present to this annual general meeting the audited report of the Institute as of 31st December 2024. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muideen Okoyemi Taiwo. I'm a partner with Inspire Professional Services. Please pardon me and allow me stand on the existing protocol. We have audited the Institute financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024. And in our opinion, the financial statement comprises of the financial position as at 31 December 2024, the statement of comprehensive income, and the changes in members' fund, statement of cash flow for the year then ended, and notes to the financial statement, including a summary of material accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement gives a true and fair view of the financial position of the Institute as at 31 December 2024, and of its financial performance and cash flow for the year then ended, in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard, in the manner required by Companies and Other Matters Act and Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. Basis of opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with International Standard on Auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the Nigerian Institute of Management in accordance with the requirements of the International Ethics Standard Board for Accountants, Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, together with the other ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of financial statements in Nigeria. We have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with the requirements of ISB codes. We believe that the evidence we obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis of our opinion. Supplementary information in the annual report. The Council is responsible for supplementary information as contained in this annual report. The supplementary information are not integral parts of the financial statement. Responsibilities of Council for the financial statement. The Council is responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of financial statement that gives a true and fair view in accordance with Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered Act, International Financial Reporting Standards, and in accordance with the Financial Reporting Council Act, in manner required by PENCOM Act, the Companies and Other Matters Act, and the Financial Reporting Council Act of Nigeria. And for such internal controls as Council determine it's necessary to enable the preparation and presentation of the financial statements that are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or errors. In preparing the financial statements, the Council are responsible for assessing the Institute's ability to continue as a going concern, disclosing as applicable matter related to the going concern, and using the going concern basis of accounting unless the Council either intend to liquidate the Institute or cease operation or has no realistic alternative but to do so. The Council is responsible for overseeing the Nigerian Institute of Management financial reporting process. Auditors' responsibilities for the audit of the financial statement. Our objective are to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or errors, or due to issues, and audit reports that include our opinion. Reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but not a guarantee that an audit conducted in accordance with international standard on auditing will always dictate material misstatement when it exists. Misstatement can arise from errors or fraud and are considered material if individually or in aggregate, they could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decision of users taken on the basis of these financial statements. As part of our audit in accordance with ISAs, we exercise professional judgment and maintain professional skepticism throughout the audit. We also identify and assess risk of material misstatement of financial statements, whether due to fraud or errors, design and perform audit procedures responsive to those risks, and obtain audit evidence that is sufficient and appropriate to provide the basis of our opinion. The risk of not detecting any material misstatement resulting from fraud is higher than the one resulting from error, as fraud may involve collusion, forgery, intentional omission, misrepresentation, or override of internal controls. Obtain an understanding of the internal control relevant to the audit in order to design audit procedures that are appropriate in the circumstances, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of the Institute's internal control. Evaluate appropriateness of accounting policies and accounting policies used, and the reasonableness of accounting estimates and relative disclosure made by the Council. Conclude on the appropriateness of management use of going concern basis of accounting, and based on the audit evidence obtained, whether a material uncertainty exists related to events or conditions that may cast significant doubt on the entity's ability to continue as a going concern. Our conclusions are based on the audit evidence obtained up to the date of our report. However, future events or conditions may cause an entity to cease to continue as a going concern. Evaluate the overall presentation, structure, and content of the financial statement, including the disclosure and whether the financial statement represents the underlying transaction and events in a manner that achieve fair presentation. We have communicated with those in charge of governance regarding, among other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit and significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in internal control that were identified during the audit. Reports on other legal and regulatory requirements. Compliance with the requirements of Schedule 5 of the Companies and Other Matters Act of Nigeria. We obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of account has been kept by the Institute so far as appears from the examination of those books. Additionally, the statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income are in agreement with those books. Thank you very much.
Having received the report, the audited report of 2024, I hereby lay before this noble meeting the 2024 annual report and account for adoption and secondment. Thank you. We need someone to second a member, and thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Adepoju Olushola Silas. FNIM, the President and Chairman of Council, the principal officers of this great institute, the hardworking registrar and Chief Executive, the referred past President, SARS, fellow distinguished fellows, and our esteemed members, I stand to move for the adoption of the year 2024 annual report and account as presented today, the 9th of September, year 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A seconder, please. A seconder.
I, Stella Oluwayemisi Shola, hereby stand to second the motion that the report be accepted and adopted. On behalf of the chairman, the president, and every principal officer, I stand to make this declaration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. The distinguished members, here is the report. May I call for comments, discussion, contributions. Thank you very much.
Mr. President and Chairman of Council, I want to thank you for your various reports. Bijide is my name, a fellow of the Institute, Ibadan chapter. I am not comfortable with 3 items. I plead for you to use the office to address these areas of discomfort. I would like to start with page 21 of this report, addressing 64th Annual General Meeting. 64th Annual General Meetings. I have 3 issues here. The first is that the notice of this meeting is inviting us to the 64th AGM. But my president is reporting the AGM of Port Harcourt as the 64th AGM. I'm not comfortable with that. If the notice of meeting for this meeting is supposed to be 64th, why are we reporting that of Port Harcourt as 64th? My second concern is the issue of attendance at that AGM in Port Harcourt. I am not comfortable with saying that about so figure attended, over 1,000 attended. We are past that stage. We should have a clear list of attendance and a clear number of people who attended. Not about, not over. That's not managerial enough. Number 3, and final. My president, is the fact that an AGM has been held in Port Harcourt. Another AGM is being held in Abuja. I would have felt more comfortable if we have highlights of the recording of that AGM and we review it as another AGM to agree whether those things we have discussed have been implemented, or the AGM also reviews what they have discussed at the last AGM. That is not present here. So I will need the president to help me to address these 3 issues. Thank you, sir.
Other comments, please. Comments? If there are no comments, then we can respond to them. I think someone is showing of hand on the other end. Please state your names, your membership status, and maybe the chapter or branch you represent. Thank you.
Mr. President, sir, council members, my name is Dr. Obi Nawachukwu. I'm a fellow of NIM from the Maitama chapter FCT. Mr. President, sir, on page 23 in your speech, you said on Friday, July 25, the Institute held its first extraordinary general meeting. The meeting passed a resolution that synchronized the tenures of the council members and the principal officers of the Institute, and so on. There isn't much detail about that EGM. Like the former speaker said, we don't have details of how many members of the Institute attended the AGM and other necessary details, because whether it's an extraordinary general meeting or annual general meeting, as long as an important decision like this is taken, it's also important that we are furnished with the details, because it's a fundamental decision that was taken at that meeting. And it's important to know if the quorum was formed, and then the membership, the number of people that attended, that led to this very important decision that was taken. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think I should begin with Dr. Nwachukwu's intervention. The EGM was necessitated by the need to synchronize tenures one of council and the tenure of principal officers, which over the past 2 years and have been held off-season. And in order to generate better efficiency and governance, and to ensure that both council and principal officers exit at the time as prescribed by the Act of the Institute, it became necessary to call the AGM, which was well advertised and publicized, inviting all members who are subscribed as members of the Institute to attend. So attendance at such important meetings are very important, and there were platforms for physical attendance, and there was a platform for online attendance. And this was well publicized. Even the outcomes of that were well publicized. The other issue was that we should have published it in the annual report. It was mentioned that we held an EGM, and the purpose of which we held it was there. The breakdown of the votes were released immediately after that particular process, and by the way, it was held at Necker House on that date, and both the online and the virtual. The statutory requirement is that 200 members, subscribed members, should be available. And we had 298 members who attended both physically and online. This was the outcome. Zonal chairman on the platforms, the result was made available. Chapters, a platform, it was made available. Thank you very much. The error, the typo, the 63rd discrepancies is highly regretted. I think it's a typo. We'll make sure we amend that. Thank you very much. The next item to authorize, the next item on the agenda is to authorize the reappointment of the external auditor and also discuss his remuneration. We need somebody to move the motion for the reappointment of the auditor and also its remuneration where necessary. Someone's there, please pass the mic quickly. Please let the mic go round so that the entire hall participates. Thank you.
Mr. President, my name is Temidayo Akeju, FNIM, UNILAG chapter. I hereby move the motion for the reappointment, of the auditors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akeju. I can see a hand by my left. Please take the microphone there for a seconder to the motion.
Permit me to stand on the existing protocol, Mr. President. I am Engineer Dr. Murtala Alhaji Garba, Vice Chairman of Kano Chapter. Stand here to second the motion of reassignment of the auditors for the next coming year. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please employ recorders to get the names recorded accurately. Thank you very much. And this brings us to any other business. If any, AOB, please. Any other business, please. If you are speaking, please kindly keep it short and simple. Kiss. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Standing on the existing protocol, I'm Pastor Michael Owoyemi from Etama branch. Based on what our president have said earlier, that the information about the AGM is well sent across. With my colleagues that are sitting down here, I asked them, do you receive any information like that? Many here are saying no. Please, I want to plead. We are in information age. Like other professional body that I belong to, AGM like this, you see them on your email. Whether you are active member, please let us be seeing informations, prompt information on our emails. This will promote our institute better. That's people not interested, come in, please. We need use of the ICT, leveraging emerging technologies. We should start this school that we are presently. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish to thank every one of us for staying back to attend this very important 2025 AGM, which we presented the report of the Institute as well as its account. It's been a very worthwhile venture. I want to, on behalf of the Governing Council of the Institute, thank you all for being so resilient, committed, and for your very sincere contributions. Once again, I want to thank you. So we move for closure, and then somebody to move for adjournment of this meeting to, and the seconder to the year AGM 2026. Thank you. There's a lady right in the center raising her hand.
Good day, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you to the organizers of this noble program. I actually didn't want to come. My name is Owolabi SC from NMPC, Benin chapter. And from what I've seen and experienced so far for these past 3 days, I think it's commendable for us to give the organizers a big, big hand of applause, please. Starting from the materials that are of good qualities, the presentations, the feeding, the togetherness, the love, and the unity is something to commend. And I think henceforth, whatever program that we're going to be holding, I must, as a matter of must, I have to be there. I must be a part. So, standing on this wonderful, looking at this beautiful, elegant family of NIM, I move for the closure. Adjournment, sir. Adjournment. Thank you.
A second.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hajia Fatima Usman Liman from Nasara chapter, the president, the chairman, sir. I second to the adjournment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And on that note, the meeting is hereby ended. Can we all say NIM? Thank you very much.